Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is all set to visit Malaysia on February 7th. This marks a significant moment in India's expanding engagement with Southeast Asia. Modi will be received personally at the airport by Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, underlining the political weight Kuala Lumpur is attaching to the visit. Though brief, the trip comes at a time when India and Malaysia are seeking to convert warming relations into a deeper strategic partnership. The momentum was set in August 2024 when Anwar Ibrahim visited India and both sides formally upgraded ties to an enhanced strategic partnership. Since then, cooperation has broadened across trade, defense, technology and regional diplomacy.
Perdana Menteri Narendra Modi ji is mere dosti. Not only is Prime Minister, but is my brother. And as I've said to him personally and to the colleagues, his friendship is sincere. Not only when I'm Prime Minister, but when I was just nobody, he was very kind as a true friend. And that, of course, is most meaningful to me and my delegation and to the country. And that makes all our deliberations and discussions rather easy. We have agreed to enhance further and make it a comprehensive strategic partnership. Yes, Malaysia and India, from the days of Jawaharlal Nehru and Tunku Abdul Rahman, has established good relations. But we realize under our generation that this must be further strengthened in a multitude of areas, which covers, as the Prime Minister has rightly put, digital and investments and trade in construction and modern agriculture, education, research, all fields, including military collaboration in terms of joint operations to safeguard our borders, and we look forward to that further enhanced relations.
Malaysia holds special importance for New Delhi. At 2.75 million, Malaysia hosts the second largest Indian origin community in the world after the United States. In a move seen as reinforcing people-to-people ties, India has recently extended Overseas Citizen of India registration rights to the sixth generation of Indian origin families abroad, a decision welcomed by the Malaysian diaspora. At the heart of Modi's visit will be a massive community event in Kuala Lumpur, where nearly 15,000 members of the Indian diaspora are expected to gather. Cultural groups and NGOs across Malaysia have come together to organize the program aimed at showcasing shared heritage and unity between Indians and Malaysians. The timing is politically significant. The celebrations will overlap with the Thaipusam festival, a major Hindu religious occasion, as well as Chinese New Year festivities. For Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, joining Modi at a diaspora event allows him to engage key minority communities. Beyond symbolism, analysts see the visit as part of India's broader effort to expand its strategic footprint in Southeast Asia. New Delhi increasingly views Malaysia not just as a bilateral partner, but as a gateway into the wider ASEAN region. Southeast Asia has become a focal point of global power competition, with China and the United States intensifying their presence across trade routes, military cooperation, and infrastructure investment. In this context, India is positioning itself as an additional balancing force. ASEAN countries broadly welcome India's growing role, not as a replacement for existing powers, but as a counterweight that prevents the region from becoming dominated by any single bloc. Malaysia's strategic value is amplified by geography. Sitting along the Straits of Malacca, one of the world's most critical maritime choke points, the country plays a key role in global trade flows. Control of these waters is shared primarily by Malaysia, Indonesia, and Singapore, making Kuala Lumpur a natural focus of attention for major powers. While Modi's visit highlights strengthening cooperation, it also comes with unresolved sensitivities. One of the long-standing flashpoints in India-Malaysia relations remains the case of controversial Islamic preacher Zakir Naik, who has lived in Malaysia since fleeing India in 2016. Indian authorities have accused Naik of money laundering, hate speech, and inciting extremism, and have repeatedly sought his extradition. His organization was banned in India, and investigators have linked millions of dollars in assets to alleged illegal activities. Malaysia's previous governments granted Naik permanent residency and were reluctant to deport him, citing concerns about his safety and the fairness of legal proceedings in India. Interpol also declined India's request for a red corner notice, stating that evidence thresholds had not been met. However, as of 2024 and into 2025, Malaysian officials have signaled greater openness to cooperation, provided New Delhi presents concrete evidence and follows proper judicial procedures. The issue remains delicate, balancing legal processes with the broader diplomatic relationship.
What are Malaysia's assurances when it comes to one very concerning area for India, which is Zakir Naik? I know you've made your own statements there, but is there anything that India has provided which is good enough for an extradition of Zakir Naik to India?
Well, there has been issues raised, although not this time, but then, of course, politely, the External Affairs Minister did make a reference to that. And I've said, look, we have to respect the due process. He's not been active in Malaysia. He travels outside, but he comes back to Malaysia from time to time. He has not issued any statement or any political statement that's against India or against Malaysia. So I think a number of reasons let the matter rest for a while.
He did make statements, but you were not in power then. It was Mr. Mohammed. So just saying that, is Zakir Naik an issue that impacts bilateral ties?
No, we do appreciate the concern expressed by some quarters here, but I think as long as he does not create issues between our countries and the security of a nation, I think we let the matter rest.
Okay, and should there be more evidence that India provides?
Yeah, of course, we are a country, we must respect the rule of law and we will not condone any sort of transgression.
Modi's Malaysia visit reflects India's evolving foreign policy, one that combines diaspora diplomacy, economic engagement, and strategic positioning in an increasingly contested Indo-Pacific. As global rivalries sharpen, New Delhi is making clear that Southeast Asia and Malaysia in particular sits firmly within India's long-term geopolitical vision. With Farhan Khan, Bureau Report, India Today Global.